Okay, so the purpose of this short video is just to give you a demonstration of the carbon calculator prototype that we've developed. And we've just put some dummy figures in it, and I'm just going to walk you through quickly the screens just to give you an idea of how the tool works. This is in Excel at the moment, but obviously when we put it online, we would expect it to be even better than this. So this is the first screen you get to after the logon, where you configure the kind of calculation you want to do, whether it's for a year or one of 4 quarters in a year or one of 12 months in a year, whether you want to do the simple calculator or the detailed calculator. I'm just going to show you the detailed one, but the simpler one is easier to do. But we would encourage organizations to move on to the detailed one as they get used to the tool. The other thing you can do is on any of the screens, you can just select this help button at the top and get help relevant to the page that you are currently on. Once you've configured the calculation that you want to do, you click next, and you can have, we've got 3 screens now which are to calculate the organization's emissions. First of all, you've got the transport carbon emissions. Then you've got the utilities for running the premises, and then you've got the waste that goes out the back door. I'm not going to, we put some dummy figures in here. It's not meant to be realistic. It's just to give you an idea of the functionality of the tool. You've got the, on the right hand, you've got the fleet of the organization in red, different things like electric van miles, diesel miles, etc. And then on the left, you've got commuting miles of the staff, might be bike, might be train, might be bus, might be car. Then for utilities, you've got obviously the different utility bills that the organization might have, whether they're renewable or not, for electricity, water and wood and biomass, whatever. Most organizations will just be 1 or 2, well, 2 or 3 of these probably. You've then got the waste going out the back door, which obviously all of it reduces the carbon benefits of the reuse activity that an organization are doing. You've got the office type waste on the right and the warehouse type waste on the left. And again, organizations might just have a general waste, or they might have more specific waste for the larger organizations, where they have a different waste supplier for their wood and their wet metal, etc., depending on whether they've got that. So it facilitates that. The next 3 screens move on to the positive circular economy activity that an organization is doing, and we've got 3 of them, 3 screens. We've got the reuse activity, the repair activity, and the sharing activity that an organization are doing. Not all organizations will do all of these. In fact, most will probably just do 1, but maybe 2. So I've completed it this time as if the organization is mainly a reuse operator. They do mainly furniture, different kinds of furniture, and they do different kinds of electricals with a bit of clothing. But they also, and I just want to say, sorry, also that this, you can have do it by kilograms or by quantity of items, and there's weight conversion tables that are behind this. But they also, this organization also has a small repair cafe that they run once a month, and they've done some repairs, again, mainly to electricals and a bit of clothing, textiles, just to support their community. And that's not an impossible scenario. But they don't have a sharing library, so they just leave that blank. They're not doing any loaning of items out. And then the next 2 pages are the results page, and that's as simple as it gets. So just talking through the results page, this page is just one sort of overall dashboard. And when we go online, it might get a bit more complicated than this, but at the moment, you're just showing how much they do for reuse, which is 91% of their savings and 9% on the repair activity. You've got an infographic in the middle, which is showing the equivalent of that in ways that people can understand, like how many hot showers you're saving. And on the right, you've got their waste savings by kilograms. And then you also click next, and you also have a detailed breakdown of their savings. You can look at this now, or you can print it off as a PDF, save it as a PDF by clicking this button here on the right. But looking down, you've got a breakdown of the carbon savings from reuse and repair, and also the waste avoided, but taking off the organizational carbon emissions. You got how the organizational emissions are calculating. You got that infographic again, and then carrying on down, you actually got the detailed carbon calculation under the bonnet, so to speak, if people want to look into that with things like how you've reduced it due to life expectancy and things like that. I won't go to that in this demo, but carrying all the way down, you've got a split by the different material types, so you can see that. And lastly, you've got the original data that you put in, it's important to save that with it so you can see what you put in case you find a mistake later or something. You can see the original numbers that you put in to support it. So that is the tool, and I think that's the prototype that we developed and that we're wanting to take online. And I hope you found that video useful. And I'm going to stop sharing.